Starts at 2, not be here. 3 minutes. Good.
Well, we're down to 2 minutes.
She said Michael didn't get out until 1.
Well, then come without it.
Ooh, Daddy's speaking.
I wanted to leave it 1:30. He must have heard it. I wanted to leave it.
In the beginning, Tristan said, let there be light.
So we're waiting on her.
In the beginning, God created heaven.
Okay.
And then so why did she miss the work like that?
Or maybe starting at 2:10. Because people like 2 o'clock.
It's pretty icy out. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian Hall, Scoutmaster of Troop 405, and I would like to welcome you to this very special event in the Scouting program. We are excited to have you here, as the ceremony will serve as testament to the hard work, dedication, and service that a scout must fulfill to reach the Eagle Scout rank. Will everyone please stand for the presentation of the colors? I would like to invite everyone to please join us as we open our ceremony with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Senior Patrol Leader Wyatt Riggs.
Scout, stay standing. Scout oath. On my honor, and will do my best to do my duty to God and our country, to obey the Scout law, to help the people at all times, keep myself physically strong and physically weak, and force straight. Scout law. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courageous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2.
All right, Scouts can be seated. To begin, I would like to invite Pastor Alex Barnes of Milton Presbyterian Church to begin the ceremony with an invocation.
Thank you all so much for coming to support Tristan in this wonderful achievement. It is much appreciated, and please join with me in a word of prayer before we begin our service. Lord in heaven, thank you so much for gathering us together. Thank you especially for bringing the Scouts together for so many adventures and memories. Lord, thank you for protecting Tristan and the rest of the Scouts, especially when they put their own lives in danger around the fire repeatedly. Lord, we give you thanks that you are present through this. And Lord, we ask that you bless this gathering, that you bless this time together and continue to grow us and our spirit in our journey ahead, that you walk with Tristan as he graduates and lives a life in your service. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Alex. And now I would like to call upon us Rudy Arnold, a member of sponsoring organization American Legion, Howard A. Blair Post 423, our upcoming Troop 405 Charter Organization representative, and the newly elected Mayor of Rittman.
Hello. On behalf of the American Legion, Howard A. Bear, Post 423, and Scouting America, Great Trail Council, I declare this Court of Honor to be duly convened for the sole purpose of presenting the Eagle Scout Award to Tristan Scott Riggs.
Thank you, Mayor Arnold. As we begin this Court of Honor, the Scouts that sit here before me recited the Scout Oath and Law. These statements embody the fundamental principles of Scouting. These statements are the spark that lights what we know as the spirit of Scouting, a spirit that burns brightly in the heart of every Scout. So that you can better understand some of what Scouting is about, please listen as Troop 405 alumni and Eagle Scout Connor Butler presents the 12 points of the Scout Law.
A scout is trustworthy. A scout tells the truth. He keeps his promises. Honesty is part of his code of conduct. A scout is loyal. A scout is true to his family, friends, Scout leaders, school, nation, and world community. A Scout is helpful. A Scout is concerned about other people. He willingly volunteers to help others without expecting payment or reward. A Scout is friendly. A Scout is a friend to all. He is a brother to other Scouts. He seeks to understand others. He respects those with ideas and customs that are different from his own. A Scout is courteous. A Scout is polite to everyone regardless of age or position. He knows that good manners make it easier for people to get along together. A Scout is kind. A Scout understands that there is strength in being gentle. He treats others as he wants to be treated. He does not harm or kill anything without reason. A Scout is obedient. A Scout follows the rules of his family, school, and troop. He obeys the laws of his community and country. If he thinks these rules and laws are unfair, he tries to have them changed in an orderly manner rather than disobey them. A Scout is cheerful. A Scout looks for the bright side of life. He cheerfully does tasks that come his way. He tries to make others happy. A Scout is thrifty. A Scout works to pay his way and to help others. He saves for the future. He protects and conserves natural resources. He carefully uses time and property. A Scout is brave. A Scout can face danger even if he is afraid. He has the courage to stand up for what he thinks is right, even if others laugh at him or threaten him. A Scout is clean. A Scout keeps his body and his mind fit and clean. Soap and water help a lot on the outside, but it's the inside that counts. And a Scout is reverent. A Scout is reverent towards God. He is faithful in his religious duties. He respects the belief of others.
Thank you, Connor. A Scout on his quest to reach the Eagle rank lives his daily life with these 12 points of the Scout Law, deeply embedded in his character. I would now like to call upon Troop 405 committee member Ken Mann to give you an idea of all the requirements a Scout must fulfill as he travels along the trail from Tenderfoot to Eagle.
Every Scout is expected to live his daily life following those principles of the 12 points of the Scout Law. But to become an Eagle Scout, a Scout must do much more than that. Along his trail to Eagle, Tristan earned the Scout badge by completing the requirements that taught him about what is expected from a Scout. As he earned the ranks of Tenderfoot, Second Class, and First Class, he was introduced to the base concept of Scouting. He completed requirements that taught him about camping, camp cooking, first aid, knots and lashing, nature, swimming, physical fitness, and citizenship. Along the way to completing the requirements for Star, Life, and Eagle ranks, Tristan has completed 33 merit badges, 13 of which were required for him to learn about managing money, communicating with others, worldwide citizenship, physical fitness, nature and environment, first aid, and how to be prepared for emergency situations. Some of the other merit badges that Tristan chose to work on and complete included subjects such as athletics, canoeing, fire safety, mammal study, and wilderness survival. Another major step that every Scout must take along his trail to Eagle is to become a leader, to learn how to work with and to work for his fellow Scouts, both in patrols and in the troop. With a minimum of 16 months of leadership required, Tristan has amassed a total of 66 months serving in 8 different qualifying junior leadership positions within our troop. So what is an Eagle Scout? Well, to take a quote from an old handbook for Scoutmasters, an Eagle Scout is someone who is qualified to help others as well as take care of himself. Their badge is not a decoration, but rather a symbol of knowledge and ability.
Thank you, Ken. With all the work, time, commitment, and dedication in mind, listen as Assistant Scoutmaster John Schrock gives you a few statistics on scouting.
Of any 100 boys who become scouts, it must be confessed that 30 will drop out in their first year. Perhaps this may be regarded as a failure, but in later life, all of these will remember that they had been scouts, and they will speak well of the program, many wishing they had never dropped out. Of the 100, 12 will be from families that belong to no church, and through scouting, these 12 and many of their families will be brought into contact with a church and will continue to be active all their lives. 5 will earn a religious award. 1 of those 100 will become a pastor. Each of the 100 will learn something from scouting. Almost all will develop hobbies that will add interest throughout the rest of their lives. 8 will enter a vocation that was introduced to them in scouting. With all that a scout has the opportunity to learn, at least one will use his knowledge and skills to save another person's life, and many will credit scouting's knowledge for saving their own life. 17 of the 100 boys will later become scout leaders and will give leadership to thousands of additional boys. This creates an ever-widening ripple of good citizens with values who believe that character counts. Nationally, only 4 of the 100 will reach the Eagle rank, and at least one will later say that he valued his Eagle above his college degree. Only 1 in 4 in America will become a scout, but it is interesting to know that of the leaders of our nation in business, religion, and politics, 3 out of 4 of them were scouts. Rittman's Troop 405 was established in 1928 by the members of the American Legion Post. In our 97-year history, thousands of our community boys have participated in scouting. And today, Tristan, you represent Troop 405's 75th Scout to earn the rank of Eagle Scout.
Thank you, John. Tristan's honor guard is made up of fellow scouts Jaden Boyer and Liam Hall. Will the honor guard please escort Tristan to the front? And now, to give Tristan the Eagle Charge and Pledge is 2-time Eagle Scout Mom and Tristan's aunt, Shelley Fox.
The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows that a scout is trustworthy, is the very first point of the scout law for a good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because honor is important to him, but because of the vital significance of the example he sets for other scouts. Living honorably reflects credit on his home, his church, his troop, and his community. May the white of the Eagle Badge remind you to always live with honor. The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. A scout is true to his family, scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and brother scouts makes him pitch in and carry his share of the load. All of these help to build the loyalty, which means devotion to community, to country, to one's own ideals, and to God. Let the blue of the Eagle Badge always inspire your loyalty. The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which men measure themselves and others. To a scout, bravery means not only the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for what is right. Trusting in God with faith in his fellow man, he looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of the Eagle badge remind you always of courage. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful, to remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile. The red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of a second-class Scout Award, which has its ends turned up in a smile. The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil up Scouting's trail, just as others helped him in his climb to the Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when he enters a more adult life of continuing service to others. The Eagle stands as protector of the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while defending his own. He will always be prepared to put forth his best. Tristan, you deserve much credit for having achieved Scouting's highest award. Wear your award with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked up to as an example. May the Scout Oath and the Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow and onward. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoroughly recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example, my rank and my influence, count strongly for better scouting, in my troop, in my community, and in my contacts with other people, to this pledge my sacred honor.
Thank you, Shelley. Would the honor guard please escort the candidates' parents forward while I am joined by Assistant Scoutmaster Kevin Kavicki to present the Eagle Award and additional congratulations and gifts. Tristan, your parents have undoubtedly been your primary source of help and strength. No one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-sacrifice from your mother. I'd like your mother to pin the Eagle Medal on your uniform. In recognition of your mother's devotion, please present her with this Eagle's Mother's Pin. Your father has been the source of much advice and guidance along the Eagle Trail, so I'd like him to present the Eagle Scout certificate to you. In return, please present your father with this Eagle Father's pin. And now, it gives me great pleasure to present to you our newest Eagle Scout, Tristan Scott Riggs. All right, parents can be seated. Alongside the efforts of Tristan's parents, there are others that he feels were instrumental in helping him to earn his Eagle rank. At this time, we will allow Tristan the opportunity to recognize those individuals with an Eagle Scout Mentor's pin.
First, I'd like to thank Matt Butler. Matt's helped me through the scouting journey, and he's kicked my butt when I was lazy, so yeah. Next, I'd like to thank James Underation. James started out as my den leader when I was a young kid, so he taught me the ropes on camping and cooking, also surviving in the wilderness, so thank you. I'd like to thank Lydia Hatton. She was also a den leader for me when I was a Cub Scout. She took me on multiple adventures. Yeah. Next, I'd like to thank Steve Oswald. Steve is my neighbor. He introduced me into his Bible study that he runs, and he's helped me become a better man and live more towards God. So, he also introduced me to disc golf, and that influenced my project. So,
Yes, we bugged you about that for a long time.
Where do you want it?
Where's color's fine. Just don't use a staple gun.
I'd like to thank Jared Huff. Jared is also a member of the Bible study. He's a former scout from Rittman. So he taught me and gave me some tips about being a scout. And he also went through the same school program that I'm going through right now. So he's also told me some tips about that. But he was the one that would kick my butt to get the Eagle Project done because he wanted some nice tee pads to throw off of.
Better believe I did.
All right, so you got some congratulations here. You got a letter here from the National Eagle Scout Association congratulating you. You also got a congratulations from Scouting America National Service Center. got a congratulations from former President Clinton and former President George Bush. So there's also a congratulations letter here from the Gerald Ford Presidential Foundation. They said, Michael Ford here said, well done, Tristan. So from Congress, Max Miller sent you a letter of congratulations and a certificate. Frank Rose, our Secretary of State, sent you a congratulations note. And we got a So also the Ohio Senate sent you a congratulations. I guess that'd be Al Landis. The House of Representatives have congratulated you on your Eagle rank. And you have a congratulations from the American Legion, our sponsoring organization. And you have one from the Fish and Wildlife Service. And NASA, so their congratulations. The National Park Service sent congratulations in. And the Rittman High School, that'd be superintendent and your principal, Nick Evans and John Ritchie. They are happy to hear about that. There is the Mike Rowe. You want me to read that out?
It doesn't matter.
All right, so you got a letter here from Smith & Wesson. They sent you a gift. So they sent you a gift from Smith & Wesson. Henry, they do rifles. They also sent you so there should be a hat and a white locks. Nope, that's it. You open it later?
Yeah, I'll open it later.
And from Troop 405, the box of all your medals came in.
It's a mug, guys. It's a mug.
Mug in it. So that is from the troop. That's the box that your award came in from the troop. And from Assistant Scoutmaster John Schwab, there's a Dutch oven because unlike someone I know, you do like cooking. And there's one more in there. So this says, hey Tristan, thanks for reaching out. What an accomplishment for such a young boy. We'd love to send a fan favorites box your way. So this is from Discmania. So which would go hand in hand with your project. And I'm not going to read the last one. If the mayor would come back up here.
So, here we go. I feel like I need to say something about you though. Looking at your merit badge accomplishments, the thing that always surprises me with these is how these will treat you later on in life. And the three that popped out to me as I looked were the citizenship ones in the community and society and nation. You may not think much of it at your age, but how critical those will be the rest of your life. I'm actually reading a book right now called We Still Hold These Truths, and it's about rediscovering our principles of our founding fathers. And here I am, almost 44. missed that, and you got this at such a young age, so utilize that. And you gave out a bunch of mentor awards. Make sure you mentor the others too. I mean, it's kind of what we need to make this continue to work. So, again, I appreciate you. But what I'm called here to do is give a proclamation from my office. It's whereas Tristan Riggs, a member of Troop 405 in Rittman, Ohio, has achieved the Eagle Scout Award, the highest award in the Boy Scouts of America. And whereas on his trail to becoming an Eagle Scout, Tristan has earned 33 merit badges and has served his troop in 7 different leadership positions. And whereas Tristan provided the planning, coordination, and leadership for the disc golf tee pad project, and whereas Tristan is in the Powerline program in the Drug-Free Club at the Wayne County Career Center, he is also a member of the Rittman High School varsity football team. Whereas when Tristan is not in school, he enjoys playing disc golf, working on cars, watching YouTube, going to Bible study, being outside, and hanging out with friends. Now, therefore, I, Charles Rudy Arnold, Mayor of the City of Rittman, Ohio, do hereby designate Saturday, January 3rd, 2026, as Tristan Riggs Day in the City of Rittman, and encourage the community to participate in appropriate recognition programs, ceremonies, and activities. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Rittman to be affixed this 10th day of December, 2025. And then I signed it. So, appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right? Again, and there's something I'm supposed to say. Is it Happy Tristan Riggs Day? Right?
Yep.
I get that?
We all have stories about Tristan, so if you would like to share your stories, please step forward.
So I know Tristan are playing disc golf every day and the graduated getting Eagle Scout, and I always remember when Tristan was asking the word, he hit me the answer one day. And I asked the word, and they are pretty good job with Tristan. We made a pretty good team. And Tristan graduated of getting Eagle Scout. Happy Tristan Riggs Day.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me go.
How's it going while you walk up here, man? Unfortunately, Tristan, I'd say you're the one scout where I can't even think of an embarrassing story to tell. You're pretty calm. But I've been playing disc golf longer than you've been alive. So I remember the first time we went, you were not as big and strong back then. I was really annoyed when you were bombing your drives a good 50 feet past mine. But it's a really beautiful job you've done on the Rittman Golf Course. So I'm glad we'll get to all enjoy that for years to come. So congratulations.
I'll keep it nice. Alright, so just like Kevin was saying, when it comes to Tristan, there's not a ton of things that like pop out in my mind as far as like one overall thing that he did that just was totally stupid and hilarious. He's done plenty of minor stupid and hilarious things, but not one that's like over the top. I'm pretty sure that
What about summer camp?
Yeah.
Summer camp.
Oh yeah, summer camp you broke yourself. And then I swear you broke yourself again. I was trying to remember all the times that you broke yourself, rolled a bike, broke your leg, bubble wrap. I think we wanted to get in there at some point. The collarbone, yep, that was it. Is there anything not broken on you, psychiatrically?
Yeah.
Well, not as of right now, right?
Yeah.
So the one thing that, when I think of Tristan and his path through Scouts, that really is like the defining moment that I had with him was actually not even on a camp out. It was sitting up at the Legion. And I pulled him over and we sat down and I'm like, look, dude, if you don't get your act together, your brother is going to get his Eagle Scout before you. Because his brother at that time outranked him in everything. And I was like, just from brotherly pride, like, you can't let your little brother beat you. You barely scraped out ahead of him by one day, all right? So, barely made it, but I was glad to see that you did actually then pull it together. The other thing that with Tristan, it was always the quiet one on campouts. Like, he wasn't one that you knew where he was at. It's not like you could hear him or he was off doing something really crazy. Except for one time we were over at Peychaud's Woods, and I remember we're just sitting around and we told the kids, go do something. Like, leave us alone. We're camping. We're having adult time to sit back and relax. Go away. And so they decided to get out the axe yard and decided then to chop some of the wood up over at Peychaud's Woods for them. That was all fine and dandy. 1 hour goes by. They're still chopping wood. 2 hours go by. Still chopping wood. 3 hours. Most of the kids at this point in time have given up and gone to do something else. Tristan is still over there chopping wood. And I'm not sure how long was it, but I think most of the day you spent chopping wood. For no other reason, he's like, I was bored, just want something to do. And he just sat there and just kept chopping wood. You still have all 10 toes, right?
Yep.
Okay. Just curious on that one after everything else getting broke. But when it comes to Tristan, that's what it really reminds me of. He's just a dedicated worker who, once he puts his mind to do something and actually does it, it's amazing what he can accomplish. So as you're moving forward with your life, please remember, you got to work towards something, not just work. All right. Good job, man.
Like they said, Tristan, you've always been a quiet person in the background, doing whatever's asked of you, and I'm proud of you. That's all I can say.
All right, just like his dad, I just want to say I'm extremely proud of him. We've been best friends for a while, you know, mostly through Scouts, and I just got to say, like, all the experiences we've had together, we could tell stories for hours together. And like his dad said, I would describe Tristan as a little bit shy, but if you can like break him out of that shell, man, he's like the funniest person I know. Yeah, he's cool. I'm really proud of him. So.
I just want to say, I digress. Tristan is probably the least quiet person I know. Takes me forever to get him to stop talking, but Tristan's my best friend, and I'm really proud of him.
Anybody else? All right, Tristan. Well, I am glad Liam decided to come over to 405. So it's been a pleasure watching you from go here all the way up here. You've been a well-rounded young man. You're hardworking, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
So, all right. And at this point, I would like to ask Pastor Alec Barnes to come to bring our ceremony to a close with a benediction.
Congratulations.
Now, Tristan and everyone else who has gathered here today, our benediction, our good word is going to come first spoken by the prophet Isaiah and then repeated by one who just may have been the first Boy Scout there was, because he was a voice calling in the wilderness. Now, I'm very thrilled to hear that you've been a part of Bible study, so thank you for enriching that in you. And this voice calling in the wilderness was a figure who started out the Gospels and the good news, and he dressed up in a camel skin in the wilderness. He ate locusts and honey, so he did his wilderness survival merit badge. You know who I'm talking about? John the Baptist. And he was preparing people for the coming of the Lord and the greater call on their lives. And that is exactly what becoming an Eagle Scout is. This moral preparation, these values of the Scout Law prepare us to have a clear eyes and a clear mind for God's greater call on our lives. That's true for every single person gathering here in the church today. God has a great call on our lives. And this helps us see clearly what that is. And so the good word that we will leave with comes from the prophet Isaiah, echoed by John the Baptist, from Isaiah 40. A voice of one calling, in the desert, prepare the way for the Lord. Make straight in the wilderness a highway for our God. Every valley shall be raised, and every mountain and hill made low. The rough ground shall become level, the rugged places a plain. And the glory of the Lord will be revealed, and all mankind together will see it, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken. Now let's go in peace and serve one another, following your example. Thanks be to God. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Alex. I would like to invite all scouts who are here today to come forward and join hands in our closing circle and remind everyone that there is a reception following our ceremony. Also, I would like to invite you to come back tomorrow as we present the Eagle Award to Tristan's brother Wyatt. Will everyone please stand as the scouts recite the scouts' closing prayer, and then please remain standing as our scouts complete our ceremony with retirement of colors.
And now, may the greatest master of all scouts watch over us to meet again. Amen.